Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to another episode of the main save, Paris 13 Atletico, and we are going to give you a game a bit later on where we're looking to give you Stadia Lavios, which is in a few games' time. Since we last met, I've played one game. We did beat ASM Belfort in a crazy match, but it's the 31st of January, and this is the reason why we're here, because we've had to sell, or about to sell, one of our best players, and I'm not particularly happy, but it has to be done. Yannick Brugger is on paper our best player. If you look at the club profile screen, he is our best player. This year he's been averaging a 7.26 at centre-back, and he's come to me after I rejected a deadline day bid of 100k from St. Paul to say I wanted to leave. I have gone in and done what I've done with all my other players, which is like, oh, what's a reasonable offer for you? And they've always gone on the high side, and then I'm like, yeah, no one's ever going to meet that. He said 250k. I was like, I don't think St. Pauli are going to offer that. They offered more. They offered 275. I then asked for 500, and we've come to an agreement where they're going to give me 375k up front, straight into the club coffers, and 50% of whatever he sells on for next. So as long as he does not leave on a free, we are going to make a sale on him, a profit on him. And this 375, as much as it doesn't get the club out of the black, it doesn't give me any money, and his wage is very small, it's money back into the football club with the potential, if he develops at St. Pauli, who are a side that are currently in second in the third league and are looking to try and get promoted. We might get a well where he might go for a mil and a half, 2 mil, and that sale could put us into the areas of profit. Now, look, it's not a good position to be in, because it means that our great back four that's been pushing us for promotion is where it is. But look, I don't want to have to take it, but I have to take it. Puts the wage not at ease, puts the club back in a position where we're under a mil, but it gives us an area where at least Brugger could be sold on for some profit. He now goes there. He's now worth 131.3. Like, if he goes for 1.3 mil, we'll get 600k. That nearly takes the club out of profit, out of the black. Castro is upset. Look, Castro, I understand, but I had to sell him. Alright, we apologise and get that through, which is good. But yeah, look, it's not nice. We look at the finances, back to a mil. We get 50% of whatever we can sell him on for. We do get that clause here, which we could sell, I think, as well. 0, apparently. Can't sell it on. Not just yet. But yeah, it's not a good spot to be in, which means, what does the game think our best centre-back's going to be? Elliot Daliot, who's been out of the team. He's a bit shorter. He's not overly quick. I actually think we're going to play Gotini at centre-back. 6'2". He can play back there. He's decently well-rounded. I think the Congolese international is going to play at centre-back, Gotini, and he's going to come in and fill the void. And that's going to be the player that we get in alongside. And Karamoko's right-footed by memory. So we've got a left and right foot centre-back partnership. Look, puts us in a bit of a weaker spot, but it is what it is. Next time we see each other, boys, it's going to be for either we're going to give you Nancy and the Stadia Lavios, or we're going to give you just the Stadia Lavios game. But yeah, Brugger, gone. Upsetting, but had to be done. Welcome back, YouTube. We have got Stadia Lavios. Decided not to give you the Nancy game. Kind of glad we didn't give you the Nancy game, because we got pumped by Nancy. But anyhow, we currently sit top of the tree. That is correct. We've gone on some sort of run good. I will just quickly like to show you that I'm still waiting for my internet to come back. It's now been 12 hours. I'm ropeable. But we have been playing because the plan was to get up and stream before I go to play poker later this afternoon, and here we are. Since we last met, though, QR and Red Star, we beat ASM Belfort, Chumley, Chalette, Villafranca, Dunkery, we smacked 4-1, but Nancy, yeah, we did not look good. Nancy decided to turn it on and prove that they still are, in, a sense, the best team in this competition. Nearer of evens to go up now They currently sit sixth and 11 points back from us. Stadio Lavios were to win today, they do go ahead of us and have a better results against teams, so then we would have to beat them on points, no matter the goal difference, because I believe we did lose to them last time we played. We are going to go and double check that. There we are. Yeah, they beat me 3-2 in a thriller. So, with that being said, a win here is massive because we're 6 points clearer than Red Star. Red Star have kind of hit a bad run of form. You saw their great run of form through the start of the year. It was pretty sensational. Since the turn of December, not as great. They drew, we pumped them in an episode, and then they have not won since February. Villafranca did us a favour. Dunkery, Nancy held out for draws. Stadio Lavios went there and pumped them 6-1, and US pumped them as well. Now, the question may be, did they sell some of their best players, maybe? Not really. They haven't done really anything. They've still got a good squad. They haven't had any injuries. I don't know what's going on there, but Red Star have forgotten how to play football. They were really good at the start of the year. Now, obviously, Stadio Lavios, big game. Barker's been dealing with this broken wrist. He's now back in. I did have to rotate for the last game out, which I wasn't particularly happy. Romel, as much as he's been fantastic this year, is declining and not at the level. And obviously, Daliet's playing because Godin's been out injured. He is good enough to come back in for this one. We could risk him. My plan is to give Dalet the first 45 and then get Godin, who is definitely our best in-line centre-back. He still looks pretty decent for this level at centre-back. We can give him some game time. Apart from that, though, the rest of the team looks good. A point is massive. I'm telling you guys right now that if we get a point here at home, that would be huge. A loss and things become very tight and interesting, especially if Red Star win this weekend as well. Now, if we win this one, I think that puts us in a position where we should get promoted, albeit even if it's not winning the league, it would at least be second because we go to 55, saw 62 points being enough last year to go up. If we were to get to 62 points, we'll definitely go up. We could probably win the league because it's not as many points in the league, I don't think, this year. But we can double check that, of course, as there's a header and it's cleared and over the bar. Between Desprez and Karamoko, it stayed out and that's all that mattered. Stadio Lavios are a very good side, so hopefully we can deal with it. Corner, Karamoko heads wide. Down one end, he was the saviour. Down the other end, he heads wide. We've looked good going forward, second half of the year, which is great. It's about time. But yeah, if you are enjoying the episodes, do give it a like. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave a comment with how you're going in your main saves. Is anyone doing a semi-professional save out there? Let me know who you're with and have you got them professional yet? Hopefully, this run of form continues and we don't get beat here and lose our last two league games, including the Nancy game, because that would leave us in a precarious position. Now, 28 minutes in, we have been switching to positive, and that has been working the second half of this year. Suda, ball back a line, and that's a good hit just over the bar. As you can tell, the right-hand side of the stadium does not have any stands as well. Now, we have been struggling for the ball, so I don't particularly want to make the change, but I'm going to make this change, and the reason why is actually to try and help us get into half-time at 0-0. I believe that's something we can do. When we get there, I might leave it like this for the next 5 minutes afterwards as well, because a point's massive. A point means that they don't catch us. A point means that we can focus on the next few games coming up, try to get a few wins, and there we go. Time's still ticking away, 54 minutes played. It's another corner for him. I'm going to switch back if we get through this highlight. This Brez does well. Yeah, I'm going to move back to balance now, back to the standardness of football, and then maybe look to try and maybe hit him on the break late doors from that system. Barker, back from injury, loses out. Matty steps in and wins it. Steps in again, falls to him both times. And Baldry, Barker squeezes enough to force a pass out of him. But Stadio Lavios look very calm and confident on the ball. We're not doing enough to disrupt that. Flemings is in. He's fired over. You would say on the base of play, they probably have deserved to take a lead here. Going to move us back into the balance system and back into a little bit more direct. Barker back from injury has not looked good. We are going to get Diarra as the pressing forward. Try and put a little bit more press on him. And we're going to get Haddad just to beat his man and whip balls into the box. Backstick to Ramil or into Diarra, who does love it through the middle of the park. 60 minutes played, back into balanced. They have got all the bookings out there. Hopefully they lose a little bit of discipline. 70 minutes played. Going to get Gottini in there for Daliet. And Nuno's going to come in, and Nuno's actually going to go in as a advanced playmaker support. I'm going to get him to try and pick the ball up and really move the ball around. A lot of players on support really helping out and build up, seeing if that helps us. Now, there's a corner here, and I don't know if we're going to see it. We don't. That would have been nice. As it stands, 75 minutes played. Thinking about moving back to positive for the last 10 and try and win the game. Maybe we might go a bit more direct and try and go direct. Anyway, it's a highlight here. Emil puts his body on the line, doesn't win it. Bonnet. Try to squeeze his Fatamundi. Forces him long. Should be Desprezes. And is. Got a knee. Good with his feet. Look straight away for Fatamundi. Good ball out. Haddad. Oh, with a better ball, Fatamundi was in. Just didn't find it. Cilia. Haddad does well. Fatamundi gets on his bike. Haddad still going. Fatamundi went front stick. Cilia fouled his man. He's going to be sent off. Straight away, boys. Straight away. 4-2-4. They go down to 10 men. Valenti's going to come into there and is going to be a bit more advanced playmaker and support. Castro is going to come off for Masawemu. Dockhart's going to come up top to go 2 up top. And that's the change. Cilia gets sent off. They're down to 10. I think we've got this tactically right. Now we're going to go for it. If we get hit with a long ball over the top in the last 10 minutes, I'll be livid. Is there going to be late drama as we look to try and find a winner late doors? 88 minutes, 90 minutes played. Stadio Lavios going to hold on. Is there going to be a highlight? There isn't going to be a highlight. Ouch. Would have been nice. It's a big point for us. You knew that red card was coming by the amount of bookings they got. But that's a better point for us than it is for them because it leaves them a game back. Look, it does mean results against teams goes to Stadio Lavios for the year, which means if we equal on points, they do jump us. Important to note, though, we are 4 points clear of Red Star. Red Star did win 3-0. Nancy trying to close the gap. If they win their game, they could close the gap to a spot where it gets a little bit interesting. 62 points was enough last year. 62 points was the last year. We finished with 59, then a 57, and a 57. I would say it's probably a bit similar. I would say that, yeah, look, 15 wins, 16 wins, 15 wins. There's a lot of teams that are already on the 15-win mark. There's 3 teams 15 wins or more. We're on 17. Stadio and Red Star already on 15. You would say there's a few teams that can get to 15 wins as well. A lot of the teams there on 12 could probably do that with the games in hand, games remaining. Obviously, we only play 34 as there's only 18 teams. We're in the driving seat, and I think that's all that matters. Next episode is going to be, if we bring up the schedule here, Borgen B, interesting Stadio, Matwiguez we lost to. Look, next episode is probably going to be the final 2 games of the season, but I feel like we might have to give you one of these games through here. I don't know. We're going to play it by ear. It's either the final 2 games of the season or it won't be. I'm very annoyed that we haven't been able to go live on stream because this has been a momentous run. Still haven't been great. We still got pumped by Nancy and stuff, but it's been a little bit more consistent and Red Star have stopped winning games, which is merciful. But the run's been good since December, which we're on stream for most of this. But since, obviously, since the turn of the new year, I only lost 1 league game. It was the Nancy, but we haven't won in our last 2. Only won 1 of our last 3, but it's solid enough to put us in the position. Where are we going to finish? Let me know in the comment section down below. If you've enjoyed the episode, give it a like, do subscribe. It does help out the channel as we are growing in viewership. As we cleared the 300 subscriber mark, which I thank you for. We're pushing towards 350, which would be awesome. See you guys next time. Thank you, and goodbye.